Hi everyone, this is Mitch, and it is Friday, January 4th, 2018. Of course, it is Free For All Friday. Show is a little bit early today, about an hour early. So, anyways, of course, we do at least 3 free picks, but today all the picks come from you guys. So, I'm traveling today. My flight is actually delayed, so that's why we were able to do the show today. So, special thanks to Hawaiian Airlines for not being on time. Usually everyone's bumming out when their flight's not on time. Today, actually, I could really use the hour. But, of course, it's Free For All Friday. Going to have to be a quick show, though. So, we don't get some picks coming in here shortly. We will just start reading off. Of course, we have NBA. We got the NFL playoffs. All good to go. Our best bets, of course, always over at sportschatexperts.com. I understand we're not going to have a gigantic crowd today because of the off time. But hopefully we'll at least get some people here. Don't have a ton of time for today's show. So we're going to do the best that we can. I'm just happy that we're able to do a show at all. Hopefully you guys have had a chance to take a look at the new website, the new layout. Same website, just a different layout. We're working on some different things. And trying to get it better for you guys. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you could hit the thumbs up, I'd greatly appreciate it. So the first question I see here is, we're just going to go really quick today. So we might not have consensus picks like whoever gives the most, but we're going to at least go with the ones that I see. So the Knicks are taking on the Lakers. The Knicks are absolutely horrible right now. So the Lakers, though, laying 8 points in this thing. With the Knicks, mild action, just 48% of the bets coming in on the Knicks, which is, you have two super popular markets here with the New York market and the Los Angeles market. But, to me, the Lakers are just the better team. 8-11 against the number at home. The Knicks 10-11 on the road, 5-17 straight up. But a lot of these games, a lot of the Knicks losses have been blowout losses, and I don't love this game, obviously. It's not a premium pick or anything, and I can at least tell you that much. But what I'll tell you is that I think that the Lakers are... I don't like a team that gets blown out a lot, and the Knicks get blown out a lot. So I'm going to stay away from the Knicks in this one. I'll take the Lakers. That'll be my first pick for today's show. Got my little pad of paper so we can do a quick recap at the end. Special thanks to my wife for making the coffee this morning. Normally I make the coffee. I'm the first one up. I'm up before God, I think. So I'm seeing a lot more here. Let's see. Alabama Clemson. So I'll give an Alabama Clemson pick. What the hell? Those of you that woke up early, that came on, joined the show, hit the thumbs up on YouTube. What the hell, man? I'll give you my take on Alabama Clemson. Of course, Clemson, one of their top players, is out for this one still, their defensive lineman. But when we saw Alabama beat Clemson last year, that was a game where Nick Saban had a month to prepare for Clemson. This time he only has a week to prepare, and the last time he only had a week to prepare, he lost. We saw Alabama lack some depth, and I'll tell you, defensively, this team doesn't seem to have the jaws that some of the other Alabama teams have had in the past. I think Clemson's going to be able to score on them. This Clemson team doesn't really methodically move the ball often. What it seems that they do is they kind of hang around, and then big play. And I think this Alabama defense is susceptible to that, and I think we've seen that this season. I think the Clemson offense, Lawrence looks a lot like a freshman at times. but he also has the tools to complete these long passes. I think Tua in the last game didn't look anything like the Tua that we've seen the rest of the season either. So, I just got to go with the percentages here. And to me, Nick Saban he's only gone undefeated one time. So he's been coaching a long time. So 1 out of 15 or something gives him a 8% chance to win this game. So take it or leave it. It's Clemson on the money line for me, personally. Maybe my mind will change by Monday. We'll see when I really get a chance to go under the hood. But that one is just for people that showed up. I'm not going to do that one in the recap. Let's see what else we got. Pacers versus Bulls over 225. I've seen that one a couple times. Unless if it's the same person entering the same thing, then we're not going to do it. Let's see. Let's take a quick look at it. Pacers versus Bulls. I'm not showing that as the number. I show it 202 is the number. Let's see what it said here. I can't even go through this one. Oh, it's 202.5 is what you say, but I see it at 202. Take a quick look. Initially, just looking at it from without even digging into the numbers. To me, it looks like an under, but let's just see exactly where we come out with this with some quick handicapping. Of course, that's what these videos, Free For All Friday, really is. It's kind of like if you ever seen, some of these stock market shows where they just throw out the name of a stock and the guy's like, he knows something about the company and he gives out and he says, whatever. I think that's kind of what Free For All Friday is, where you guys, it's kind of the lightning round. And maybe every day we should do a lightning round, but I don't know if we could do it every day. But let's see. Let's take a look at what we got here. Oh, I see what's going on. So, the Bulls, I think in this one, what we see is that the Bulls, they're not scoring a ton of points. 84, 89, 101, 94, 112. So, earlier in the season, the Bulls were putting up points, and it kind of has inflated their numbers. Meanwhile, the Pacers weren't putting up numbers earlier in the season. But, we're seeing like 114, 105, and then 129, 125, and 116. But that's against the Hawks and terrible at defense. Two of those two games. And the Wizards, 105 in that game. But I think that this one looks a lot to me more like that Wizards game of 105 to 89 type score. I like the under in the Bulls game. So, Bulls Pacers under. Under 202. Do maybe one or two more quick ones. I'm looking for good games. I think the NFL games will be good games this weekend, personally. The playoffs and the wild card generally are good games. It's usually the championship game that's the blowout. But the playoff games are generally good. Remember the tuck rule game and all those other ones. I mean, so many of these games, even when the Patriots have won, they've come down to last-second field goals, making or missing. Yeah, we're working on the hats. We're working on the site still. So hats and shirts, like I said, we'll be doing those, but certainly not today. I'm working on the website and keeping that up and getting that up and rolling. Hats and shirts, we're thinking closer to the end of February, March Madness. So one of the questions here is Wizards and Heat. The Heat laying 6.5 in this one. I just don't like the way the Wizards are playing overall. I know they burned me last time out, but the Heat 8-2 against the number, just 9-2 against the number at home. But the Wizards 4-16 on the road against the spread. That's 25% for those keeping score at home. I'll take the 75% chance. I'll take the Miami Heat minus the 6.5. I'll do one NFL playoff game, and that's going to be it for today. I gotta run. So the Bears taking on the Eagles. The Bears wanted the Eagles in this one. Obviously, they went for 2 against the Vikings to make it really hard for them to even try and catch up in that game. And the Eagles have played well. They certainly have the experience. At this point, it almost seems like at 6.5, the Eagles seem to be like one of those big public underdogs, and that's always a really bad sign. Right now, I don't have a premium pick. I have not gone into this. I haven't done anything with it. But just at first glance, to me, the Bears are the play here. And it's because of the number. You put 6.5 on it, it's going to make the Eagles a super public underdog. And it's almost like when we saw some of these college football spreads that's, where all of a sudden it's like 2 teams that are fairly decent. Like Washington played BYU this year, and the spread was 17 points. BYU had beaten Wisconsin at Madison. I mean, I could see Washington being favored over BYU, but 17 points. And I think this Bears-Eagles game kind of looks the same way, and we have a very public underdog in this one, with the Eagles getting the bulk of the action. I'm going to take the Chicago Bears there, and that's going to be my final pick for today's show. Tomorrow, we'll probably do a little bit of an extended show because today's show is kind of, normally Free For All Friday is, this thing, but it's like I'm flying, and the only reason I'm able to do it at this time is because my flight is actually delayed an hour. So I don't have to leave for the airport, so I was able to at least squeeze the show in here. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. If you're watching me on YouTube, if you hit the thumbs up, I greatly appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow at our normal time, and we'll probably do a little bit, maybe a free-for-all Saturday type thing or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We always do. Love you guys. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow. Kind of lost me. There it is.